Is this not the right screen? No, it's because I have boom, there we go. Forgot I had that turned off, and I gotta fix this too. What's up everybody? We are playing some Ponza today. Some Ponza. We're playing some Magic the Gathering Pauper. This is a list submitted by Tom Wade, on my Discord. If you want to join the Discord, there's multiple ways to do it now. You can either become a member here on YouTube, you can subscribe to my Patreon, or you can subscribe to me on Twitch. Those are all ways to join our Discord where decks like this is not only voted on, but also submitted and talked about. And this is a list we got from Tom Wade that was voted on to check out. And I'm pretty excited. I love Golgari. I love Gardens is pretty cool. Not a big fan of Initiate or the Monarch, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. And we can kind of just go from here and see what we got going on. So let's play some Pauper. Let's play some Ponza. And let's deny our opponent some resources. So what do we got going on in this deck? Well, we are a Golgari controlled build that is going to use Golgari colors for obvious reasons. 2 Bojuka Bogs to nuke the graveyard, 4 Haunted Mires, Swamp, Forest, 4 Kalani Gardens. It's weird we don't have at least one Golgari Rot Farm, but it is what it is. But 4 Gardens, 8 Swamps. So 18 lands is what we got going on. We have 2 Blood Fountains, 3 Defiles, 4 Ichor Wellsprings, 2 Limboss. So quite a bit of cantripping. 4 Cast Downs, 2 Chainer's Edicts, 4 Deadly Disputes, 2 Crypt Rats, 1 Drown in Sorrow, 4 Ice Quakes, destroy target land. That land was a snow land. It deals 1 damage to the controller. 3 Rancid Earths, destroy target land. If there are 7 or more cards in the graveyard, instead, destroy that land, and Rancid Earth does 1 damage to each player. 2 Snuff Outs, and then we have our win cons between 2 Thorn of the Black Rose, 4 Avenging Hunters, and 3 Troll of Khazad-dûm. So ideally what we're doing is we're going to control the board with Cast Downs and Ice Quakes and Rancid Earths, and then drop in our Trolls and Avenging Hunters to close the game out. Get the Initiate, get the Monarchy, play cards that are kind of evasive, and just punch in the face. And we're going to do it by wiping the board and picking off creatures. And then we also have, or like I said, our land destruction. A thing to keep in mind with like cards or decks that are Ponza-E or Ponza-esque is that in reality, like Icequake, Rancid Earth, when you want Ponza, you want an accelerant. You want to be able to use cards like Utopia Sprawl, Arbor Elf, so you can turn 2. Turn 3 land destruction's not really like that amazing unless they're behind on land or are in weird color, which isn't really the case that often. So you really want to hit that land destruction early, and that's not the case when you're doing a deck like this. So we'll see how relevant the land destruction is, and whether or not it should just be go back to a more basic Gardens list. Over here we have sideboard 2 Duress, 1 Drown in Sorrow, 3 Deglaimers, 2 Serene Heart, 3 Weather the Storms, 2 Unmakes, and 2 Relics of Progenitus. Just a nice little balanced sideboard of stuff we need. Pretty straightforward. Let's attack. Let's go on the aggro list here. Make sure anyone can join, and let's get some games in. Shall we? I think we shall. No land? Okay. We're on the draw. I mean, we could draw land, right? No land again? What's happening? 1, 2. That's crazy to have like 4 opening hands and not have a single land. Oh my god, and we're against Cycle Storm? Yikes. I remember when I'm playing Arena. Cloud Cantor, yeah, we're just against the 1 land spy. Well, I kind of wish we had that Bojuka Bog now. Although it wouldn't have done very much. I know we bring in sideboard just relics, I guess. I gotta remember how 1 land spy plays. I rarely play against this deck. Like, hardly ever. Hardly ever. I found a cheat code to get followers on Twitter, by the way, or X. For anybody wanting to know, what you do is you you just post that you're streaming on Twitch, and you go hashtag livestream, hashtag Twitch, and then all the bot accounts that are graphic designers who will come pester you like a door salesman for for commissions. We'll just start following you. I'm not even kidding. That's like where half my follower base is from. Professional designer slash animator at your service. This could be your start of something new. DM to commission. Live 2D, 3D VTuber, model artist. DM for commission. That one actually looks like a real one. Because that one's actually a MTG cosplayer, trading card game personality. That one's actually a verified account that follows me. That's interesting. And they scoop because they done goofed. Sure. I'm actually gonna cut probably I guess maybe chainers. So that's interesting that a verified account follows me, but cool, I guess. Um Artist illustrator, aspiring digital artists, the next level designer begins here, creating vibrant works, DM me graphics, utilizing language, visuals, communicate messages with remarkable clarity. Artist, graphic designer, exceeding expectation. Like, yeah, that's like half my follower list just because of certain hashtags, and I'll take it. I'll take numbers. You know what I mean? This hand's not like horrendous. Like, if we can draw a land off Acre Wellspring, I think we can mulligan this actually. It just doesn't do much, right? Like, Crip Rats isn't gonna do much. Thorn of the Black Rose is slow. I mean, we could Ice Quake them. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep it and hope they goof again. What's up, Perny? Whether the story might be too good. I didn't think about that. You're probably right, Perny. How's it going? Thanks for coming over to Twitch. For journeying over here with me. I will say this: I like Twitch more as a streaming platform than YouTube, but I also understand that it's a lot to ask the core audience to move platforms. But I appreciate it. Going well. I have a life gain gardens list I've been trying to get to work. Nice. Are you talking like is it like a soul sistery list, Perny? Just based on like is it like a blood what's that deck called? That Skullgari. It's like a gardens list is like blood life or something is what they call it. I'm probably just gonna kill this thing now on my turn. Just so they don't have the mana on their turn. Yeah, I'd be definitely interested. You'll have to post the lists when you get it up and running. Or you can just post the list in the Discord and see if people's got some suggestions. Oh, that one land spy? Huh? That one land spy? Are you sure you want to? And guess what? And it's a snow land? Take that. I like to think that they thought that was sideboard tech for them. I mean, we still got to win the game, though, right? I guess I could just go off of rituals, but I feel like they're going to have a harder time, but I don't know. We'll see. I think they're still going for it. Now, what does this thing actually do again? Here's Battlefield. Target player reveals top of their library until they reveal a land card. And then what do they do? Oh, I guess they probably have Dread Return. Yeah. That's crazy. They still got the turn 4 with no lands. That's insane. Turn 4 with no lands. Alright, I'll bring in the Weather the Storms. I'll just cut out some of the... I guess Drown in Sorrow doesn't matter. Yeah, that's crazy. Even with no lands, they were stable to like turn 4 win. I guess if you have the exact cards in hand that you need, it doesn't matter, right? It runs Essence Warden, 4 Trespasser's Curse, and then Blood Researcher and Marauding Blight Priest to capitalize. Nice. I like it. Keep plus Limbus and Candy Trails. I like Candy Trail a lot. I don't know if I like Candy Trail more than Limboss. I think they're kind of just interchangeable. I guess it probably depends on the list, right? Because I've been really impressed with Candy Grapple too. But I guess it depends on the list, right? Candy Grapple would be really good in a like a traditional like Ichor Wellspringy kind of build. I'm just gonna leave with Haunted Mire so we can play Relic and have the option to crack Relic, or I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter that much. It can't turn 2 us or turn 1 us. Yeah, I can't believe no land still got there. It didn't matter. I guess we should have brought in Duresses too. I feel like I didn't sideboard very well in this matchup. I guess they just didn't have the mana. Game 1. I was like, what happened game 1 where they just lost? I ought to practice this correctly. Correctly, if you will. Bajuka Bog, nice. Alright. And they just scoop. Haha, take that. Got there. Such a weird matchup. Yeah, the one land spy. Oh, we got paired against them again. Fun interactive deck, I guess so, right? I guess we're trying to be the interactive deck here, right? Well, we got Bajuka Bog, so yep, I'll keep. We have Defile. We can Defile something away, so they can't hopefully hit us with the old Dread Return. Can they kill us on turn 1? That's the question. They have the old T1 kill. I'm trying to debate if I want to lead on Bajuka Bog or not this opening turn. Well, we know to bring in some other cards now, right? We have like Duress and Weather the Storm and stuff. Probably just going to play this Swamp and hold up Defile, honestly. And then we can bog them next turn. Because they go to play like the one that you sacrifice to add red mana. I'll just do it on like their instep or something. Okay. I guess I have nothing going on. Cast down? Sure. I mean, I hate to play this Bajuka Bog now, but they go off in one turn, right? That's the thing, right? They go off in one turn. I don't know if I like the file on this list. I guess it's not bad. We're just not drawing a lot of our swamps currently, right? They just hard discard troll. Yeah, I'm not sure when you bog, honestly. It's very much in one turn kill. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We just hold up, cast down, and Defile. Yeah, it's very much I just now win the game kind of thing. After this match, if we get paired against him again, I will just drop, like, right when the game starts, be like, I'm going to play something different. You know? So here's the question. They have it? Nope. Okay. I wonder if it'd be better to not play Ichor Wellspring and then hold up Defile and cast down. I guess it probably doesn't matter. I'll play Limboss, actually. Yeah, I'll put you on top. It's not like there's a lot we can do anyway, right? In terms of, like, stopping our opponent. Limboss can hinder it a little bit. We basically just want to find our other Bajuka Bog at this point, right? Obviously, we can Ice Quake away their Woodland Spy. I mean, their Woodland thing, but I think idealistically, we just crack Limboss here. Try to find our other... I don't even know if we care that much to Ice Quake them, but I think I'm going to. If we top deck Bajuka Bog, that would be a... another Limboss. Sure. Do I even care that much about their Woodland Chasm? Let's just do this again. Bottom U. Alright, well, that worked out for us. In a way. We'll just pass. I guess I should have cracked this Limboss for the inevitable storm turn. But, I don't know. Maybe this will throw them off their mana a little bit. What would you be removing? Oh, like to hold up the creatures? Nothing. That's why I quit holding them up. Here we go. This deck is so stupid to play against. So boring. They have 3 mana, so the question is if they can spit out creatures. Yep. So fucking boring. Such a boring deck. Yep, we'll just bring in all the hate. We can go down Crypt Rats, Drown in Sorrow, Defiles, Chainers. Guess we can keep in Defile, right? 1 Defile just for an instant speed card, but doesn't seem fun to pilot either. No. It's like you either have it or you don't. Like, if we were playing any other deck than this slow deck, we would have won because they just did nothing for so long. But it is what it is. I think I'd rather just keep instant speed removal because we could technically, in a weird way, try to keep them down on putting creatures into the battlefield, but not very well. I am curious if I would have cracked that Limboss instead of playing Rancid Earth if we would have had it. I want to keep this because of Weather and Duress. Like, we potentially can Duress and Weather them, so keep. I would like to top deck something better, though. Songs of the Damned's the more annoying card for sure. But they currently have no land, which is nice. You know. Oh, come on. They top deck their land. Alright, let's top deck a green source. Come on, find me one of my green sources. Sure. We can at least take one of their rituals. I hope they can't kill us this. You know what I mean? Here we go. Is it turn 2 time? Fuck you. 3 rituals? Jesus. You did not top deck Song of the Damned. Are you kidding me? Did you seriously top deck Song of the Damned? And then just Dread Return? Oh my god. What bullshit was that? What's up, Bull? That was literally a turn 3 kill for them. A turn 2 kill. Because that was their turn 2. I actually want a rematch. I want a best of 3 now. Yeah, that was stupid. We beat them very easily match 1, and then match 2, they just, like, both games had the nuts, I guess. This hand's not very good. This is why we don't play Pauper no Mo, the Smeagol version of Wii. Yeah. This is why we don't play Pauper anymore. I'm going to mulligan this. Not a big fan of this hand. I'm a less of a fan of this hand, but I'll keep it. Probably just bottom Blood Fountain, honestly. Now you can actually try your deck out. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see what we play against. That was crazy, though. Like match 1, we beat them pretty easy, and then match 2, they were just like, I have the Nutsoid. I'm going to beat you on turn 2. It's like, holy smokes. You know what I mean? We even took their Songs of the Damned, and it wasn't enough, because they just had all the rituals. In the Wield, we're drawing all of our tap lands. Heatgate Vault of Whispers makes me think we top deck some of our land destruction. We setting in a better position. I'm going to play Acre Wellspring over Limboss because of Deadly Dispute. Okay, that's interesting. I think I'm just going to play the Haunted Mire still. Leagues Mino will be $10 bill burning live stream. Yeah, well, I'm not doing leagues. I kind of refuse to do leagues at this point. But yeah, basically. It's like Pauper is one of those formats that could be incredibly fun, but just isn't right now. You know what I mean? I'm going to do this because I want the treasure token. We can basically double spell this turn. Garden's kind of a cool card to draw. Kind of want to punish them for having Karoo lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we can go Garden next turn and then just hold up, like, play Limboss, I guess. Oh, I know, because you understand the meta. Yeah. The meta is not a fun spot currently, that's for sure. Used to be fun pre-Dominaria, I think. I honestly, like, the meta took a downshift, I think, with Commander Legends. I literally said this set is going to change Pauper, and people were like, you're being hyperbolic, and I'm like, I'm not, and I was right. I was totally right about that, by the way. Just saying. Defile, another Defile is kind of cool. I don't mind having instant speed removal. Yeah, I'll take it. Defile's a -4 currently. So even if they play something and they Basiliskate it, it's not that big of a deal. Pauper's in a bad spot. I still love the format. I love the inexpensibility of it. I love some of the brews you can try to build with it. It's just like there's some big problems. And the Pauper format panel, the PFP, need to get their head out of their ass. I'll be the one. I know a lot of people don't want to say it. You know, I think a lot of people want to just like pussyfoot around with it, and it's like, nah, nuke the fucking format. That's what I think. Nuke it. Too bad we're 1 away from Avenging Hunter here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll take Drown of Sorrow. It's a 2/3 though, isn't it? Damn. Well, let's hope they don't have another Guardian of the Guild pack. I wouldn't mind top decking one of our multiple land destruction spells to just get rid of this Basiliskate off the field. But yeah, I think there needs to be some, like, let's just clean the format up. Like, let's just nuke a ton of stuff. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? That's my personal preference. I understand I'm in a minority of that, but I'm saying, like, let's just go all in. Let's ban the bridges. Terra should have never been a common in my opinion. No, Terra is a very powerful common. Like, Terra is a rare card. Sure. Weird time to waste a Chainer's Edict. 5. Avenging Hunter. What did we draw for that turn? Is it Drown in Sorrow? Land? 1, 2, 3. We drew a land. Okay. I was like, what did we draw that turn? Commander Legends, Boulder's Gate. Yeah, absolutely row, but Dominaria brought the beginning, the end for me with Terror. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't think Terror is like horrendous, like a horrendous problem, but definitely a problem card. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna trade this back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. I don't have to waste. I can just defile this some bitch right now. I don't have to waste a flashback Chainer's Edict on this thing. Yeah, Terra didn't tip the scale for me. It lit the torch. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't have like the biggest problem with Terra, but I agree being at a common level power is kind of silly. But like my biggest complaint, well, I have a lot of complaints, I guess. I'm a whiny boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Andaro, leave my Troll of Khazad-dûm alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can't flashback Chainer's Edict, which is nice. It was like a yellow card in soccer, but the red card was Masters Downshift. Yeah. Commander Masters, I literally was like, there's a lot of iffy cards in this that's getting thrown around. Is this another Goliath Paladin? That'd be kind of cool. I'm a bit sad Wizard of the Coast hasn't had much impact on the format. I know, right? It's a good format. There's a lot of good cards in it. That's for sure. I think they're trying to find some kind of removal spell for Troll. If they go to remove it, I'll just Deadly Dispute it. Do they really find... God damn it. Quit. One of the Black Rose. Okay. I would still like to see... I would still like to see a land destruction spell. Meanwhile, was it Wilds of Eldraine has been super impactful in Standard. Yeah. Wilds has got a lot of sweet cards in it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the Monarchy. Sucks because now they have flashback for Chainers. We got a Bajuka Bog though. I don't hate that. Basilisk Gate's only 2, by the way. So if we defile a creature, Basilisk Gates doesn't do a whole lot for them. I'm going to imagine they're going to flashback Chainer's Edict here. Sure, if they want to take a time off of doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's an argument for Ice Quaking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's an argument for Ice Quaking Basilisk Gate here. I think I'm going to actually just take out the Ballista again. As of right now, I'm not very worried about Basilisk Gate. Dude, leave my fucking Troll alone. Alright, Deadly Dispute. The problem is we don't have a lot of creatures. So they can just interact with this Troll. Like they're going to right now, right? No Limboss? Come on. Eventually this Troll's got to stick. Eventually one of our creatures has to live. No? God damn it. Okay, another Deadly Dispute. This Troll lives. It's... Well, I guess they have 2 treasure tokens. Come on. Do you seriously have it? Okay, another Deadly Dispute. Desperately digging for it. They have to have it by now. They draw so many cards. The Candy Trail too. When you just have nothing but cantrips in your deck. And they just scoop to it? Wow. That's crazy. Obviously Unmake's going to be good here. Yeah, I kind of just like Unmake, honestly. It's like the only thing I actually really like. You could argue Relic to deal with Chainers. I'm going to assume Drown Sorrow is not going to be that good here. I'm going to assume everything else is like pretty decent. I don't love Crypt Rats. Actually, I'm going to trim out both Crypt Rats. Bring in a Duress. And then I like everything else outside of that, though. But yeah, so like in terms of like, if I were in the PFP, I'd piss a lot of people off because I'd be like, I'm going to ban, or I want to ban, bridges, artifact lands, all the ritual effects, all the initiate effects, all the monarch effects, all the Lord of the Rings cyclers. So I'm saying I'm going scorched earth. I'm gonna burn the whole format. Ephemerate, spell stutter sprite, mole drifter. I'm gonna torch the grounds. That's what I'm gonna do. Monetary Swift Spear, name sticker goblin. I'll keep this. I'm coming after it, you know what I mean? I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm just gonna burn the earth. It's just be like, let's see what happens out of this format now. Terror, I'll ban Terror, and Cryptic Serpent. Both of them will get nuked. Counterpoint, some of those cards are good in my decks. Exactly. Some of those cards are good in my decks too. But that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna light it. I'm gonna torch the whole ground and let's see what happens. I'm telling you. It's the way to go. Yep. I like this plan of just killing their lands. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Best way to do it would be nuke the Dominaria United onward, probably. But yeah, I would just attack. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm just going after it. Triple Avenging Hunter seems good. If we can get our lands to it, right? I'm just leaving these Rancid Urge for either Basilisk Gates or like the Orzhov Ballista is what I'm doing. I'll take 2 from 3 being Inspector. I'm not that worried about it. We cut Drown in Sorrow, right? Rancid Earth, let's go. We did cut Drown in Sorrow. See the latest State of Pauper video? No, I didn't actually watch it. I know the mill guy did a response to it, but I haven't watched it yet. I should do a reaction to it. Maybe I will at the end of this. At the end of this stream, I'll do a reaction to the State of Pauper. Oh, it looks like they might be stuck on lands. I'm not going to use this Rancid Earth to take out their Black Dragon Gate. I would rather keep it for the problem lands like Ballista or Basilisk Gate. Oh, I should have cycled this Troll of Khazad-dûm to get a land. Draw another Rancid Earth. I might attack their other colored source here. I'm going to. I guess Heatgate can create tokens though, right? Or maybe I should attack Heatgate. What's up, Bulber? I always forget how to say your name. B1 Bulber. Attacking the mana makes more likely that you get to keep the initiative next turn. True. It is true. Basilisk Gate's annoying though. I mean, I'm just gonna play it, right? When we have like initiate, backup, initiate, backup, initiate, backup, initiate, we can just start dropping the initiate every turn. Keep getting lands out of our deck, you know? Although, I mean, they can kind of do the same thing here, right? Like, they can kill off our Avenging Hunter, steal the initiate from us, and then we just play initiate again, and then we can work our way to Rancid Earth, I guess. Yep, see? That's what they're going to do. Oh, they're going to Deadly Dispute. Never mind. Well, I guess they could still get a land off of the treasure token, right? Obviously, I'm going to sack the Dorkier card, right? This is a really aggressive attack. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This is a really aggressive attack. I think I'm on a Lost Well instead of Forging. Yeah, I want a Lost Well. Yep. Put both of them on top. Okay. And they leave. Yay, we did it. We beat the other Initiate deck. But yeah, I would put me on the PFP. I'll piss a lot of people off. I don't care. Just make the format different. The format has variety and it's healthy. Okay. Sure. I don't believe you. We'll mulligan this. I don't hate this hand. I'll keep it. Got a bottom one. Ooh, hard to decide. I'm gonna bottom probably Drown in Sorrow. We can use Troll to get our third land for. Maybe I'll bottom one of the redundant effects, I guess. We don't know what we're against. Okay, well, mistakes have been made. That's the way it always goes. Because they're gonna have Tron before we get to. Yup. Mistakes have been made. Oh, well, I mean, they had the turn 3 Tron anyway. That's part of our problem, right? On the bright side, it's back-to-back good matchups for land destruction. Yeah, well, the problem is they're going to have a turn 3 Tron unanswered. So, the good news is they're not going to do much with this self-assembler. We're going to cycle this Troll of Khazad-dûm, get our 4th land so we can have Thorn of the Black Rose on the field. I'm just going to attack Tower and hope and pray that we can get there. I was like, top decking another land destruction card would be kind of nice. Be kind of sick. Yep, take out Tower. Ponza. Tron. I'll send it right back to you, buddy. Oh, fuck you. You at it again? Shut up, dude. You're not allowed to bitch and moan if you have just natty Tron again. Come on, let's stop decking another land destruction. Tron doesn't say, hey, you don't play the game, only me. So? That's what I'm gonna say back. So what? You bitch. I definitely don't want to give him the monarchy, right? Yeah, we'll just yield. Complaining about land destruction is cringe. Complaining about decks when you're doing like what I'm doing streaming, and you can complain to your audience, and a lot of it's tongue in cheek is fine. But when you're like not actually communicating with your opponent and you're just saying, if you're just whining across the screen to somebody in chat, is pretty cringe. Like, even at my most frustrated, I'm not gonna message my opponent and be like, ugh, this. You know what I mean? What I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean. um, I mean, we're still in a bad spot. No, why you interact with my ability to create ungodly amounts of mana? Exactly. You're just whining to whine. Well, let's top deck a Ponza. You know what I mean? They'll probably have another map anyway. Ancient Stirrings? Sure. What is Ancient Stirrings find for them? Maelstrom Colossus? Yikes. Another land? Alright, I'll scoop to that. Whale? Unmakes seem nice. I don't hate the glamour, but I'm not in love with the glamour. Destroy lands and do. At least I play threats. Not just be annoying. Extend the game for no reason. You're a loser. TS Mac 123, you're a douche. Because they just left the game too. They whined and complained, saying, it's pretty lame. Destroy lands and do nothing for yourself. Like, at least I play threats, not just be annoying and extend the game for no reason. Like, I have win cons too. You know what I mean? Like, the idea is to extend the game to where I can win. It's not extending it for no reason. What a whiny little douche. Come on. When I first played a game on Moto a few months back, I played Fam's Player who countered 4 of my things in a row in chat. I said, this isn't even fun. Yeah. I don't normally chat. I don't normally say anything in chat. I know I'll respond to people, but I normally don't say anything off the top unless I'm playing against somebody I know. I've played against TS Mac too, and that's the first time I've heard him be whiny like that. The Ponza assault is real. But yeah, I've seen him in queues a lot. I've queued against him before plenty of times. I don't think they've ever been whiny like that. Some people may, yeah, some people are just, I don't know, MTGO assault's a thing, I guess. Like, I know I get salty and mad, but like, I don't feel like I ever like directed toward my opponent that way where I'm going to be like, I'm going to complain to you in person. You know what I mean? It's just a bizarre thing. It's like, why be so whiny about it? I know I complain quite a bit, but I don't think I ever take myself that seriously. To never define my definition of fun. I don't chat anymore these days. Yeah, I don't either. It's pointless. Oh no, is it out and about in the queues that I'm playing Ponza? That's how I nobody wants to play. There we go. I get it. Ponza sucks. Like, Ponza's not very fun to play against, but to be like so inherently kind of bitchy about it, it's kind of stupid. I'll keep this. It's not amazing, but we have some removal. You know what I mean? Oh no, we against name sticker. Yikes. This is gonna be scary. Entering in scary territory here. We just don't have like a super. I mean, we have board wipers, but we don't have like a super duper good way to deal with this. Especially if they go name sticker here into Goblin. Oh, okay. Rakdos maybe? It's got a little bit more interesting now. Is this like a Rakdos sacrifice? I want to play this Limb Boss, but I also don't want to play Limb Boss. You know what I mean? I think we hold up cast down. Alright, so we're against Rakdos Burn. Interesting. How punished do we get for playing Limb Boss here? You know what I mean? I think we don't. Man, I won to though, really badly. Remember that if you kill the goblin in response, they don't get the mana. I know, but I don't know if they have goblin. I think we just play it, try to be safer and not play Limb Boss. If we can crack a Limb Boss, it's going to be huge, gaining 3. Alright, they're going to attack with Volder and Epicure. I'm pretty tempted to defile this just to not lose any more life, because I don't think they're presenting Name Goblin this turn. Yeah, I didn't think they were. They're going to Alms and then probably no Fiery Temper. Okay, sure. Oh, because it's blood token. It's not the other one where you discard 2. Remember? Yeah, okay, I already read that. Garden's not horrendous. I am gonna ice quake away this Canarium though. I want to punish him a little bit for land. People playing Sticker Goblin, Glitter's Terror, exactly. Ponza's a problem. The reason why Ponza is a problem is because people don't think it's fun. It's all to deal with fun with people. Ponza is not a fun deck to play against. I will attest to that. I'm playing Ponza right now. I will agree Ponza is not fun to play against. I don't think Ponza's cracked though. I think it's a solid deck. Don't get me wrong. I definitely think it's a solid deck. But in terms of like, is Ponza broken and busted? No. No shot. It's not. It's not. I guess I could deadly dispute the plant token, get a treasure, use the treasure, and then that way I can draw a bunch of cards too. Yeah, I kind of like this play. Obviously, I'm not using Snuff Out. I will use it if they go name Sticker Goblin, I guess. I guess that'll allow me to tap down a little bit. Play Garden next turn, create a blocker, and then we can play Limbass, crack Limbass, or Limboss, depending on, if it's a pop or a soda kind of thing, I think. I'm fine with Deadly Dispute on top to have more draw power. People hate on aggro too. None of us have a place to lay our heads. True. That's my thing is like Ponza is a good deck, but I think a lot of the current problem with Ponza, I think I'm just going to do this now. I think a lot of the current problems with Ponza is, sure. A lot of the current problems with Ponza is the Initiate. You turbo into the Initiate. And I think that's what people get mostly frustrated. Like, yeah, having your lands blown up is frustrating, but it's been an archetype for a long time that has been very mid in every format. So, and I think it's still kind of like tier 2 and Pauper. But if you would get rid of the Initiate, like that would be such a low tier deck. You know what I mean? It would be. It would be a very low tier deck. So I really don't have much of an issue with Ponza existing in the format. Might have been a bad block because of Deadly Dispute. Oh, well. No. We have less green cards. Sticker Wellspring here. Another Garden's not very exciting. I'm going to crack this now in case we draw Drown in Sorrow off of this. So we can just use Drown in Sorrow now. No, we get Thorn of the Black Rose instead. Defile, though. Okay. I like that. We might just be dead to burn spells, though. They have 4 cards in hand. This is going to be one of those matchups where Weather the Storm is going to be pretty nice. It might be all we bring in for this matchup is Weather the Storm. Yeah, I'm going to go on the all protect my life plan here. Faithless Looting. Damn. Might just have it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Kitchen and Pain, Fiery Temper. Obviously, Limboss is going to be our best roll here. I don't hate Thorn of the Black Rose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana. Yeah, we don't have the best mana. People hate on everything except maybe mid-range. Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a lot of decks I hate too, but a lot of the decks that I hate and I don't think are fun, I don't think are cracked. You know what I mean? I don't think they warp a format. The cards I'm talking about banning, all that glitters, I didn't say that earlier. The cards I'm talking about just removing from the format, I think are like format problem cards. That are cards that are warping the format too much. Oh, it's destroying on black creature. Damn it. I didn't realize that. Well then, probably going to lose this game. Yeah, I didn't realize Snuff Out was... Alright. You got me, opponent. Obviously, Weather comes in. I like Drown in Sorrow. I'm not a big fan of Duress, I don't think, in this matchup. Everything else seems fine with me. I'm going to cut the Thorn of the Black Roses. I'm going to keep the Avenging Hunters because they're our win con. I don't mind the removal, the land destruction, I mean. I don't mind our built-in removal. Snuff Out obviously can come out, and I think we'll just leave it. Yeah, people are going to hate on decks 100%. That's obviously going to be the case. It is what it is, but you know what I mean? Yikes. Okay. I mean, I don't like love this hand, but I'll keep it. I'm going to keep it and probably just bottom one of the lands because we'll cycle this troll. We didn't see name sticker goblin. I'm just gonna hope they don't have it. I'm gonna assume they probably don't. It's probably just a more traditional Rakdos burn. I don't care about now spell bomb that much. Yep. All right. I mean, now spell bomb I guess screws up this blood fountain pathway, right? But I feel like they're gonna have a hard time dealing with Troll of Khazad-dûm. Vampire's Kiss, sure. Let's cycle you. Get our land here. There we go. There's weather. Debating if I just want to hold up weather for this turn. I think I'm gonna hold up weather the storm here. I don't want to play Rancid Earth because I want to hit a Canarium if they go to play Rakdos Canarium, but I want to hit Weather the Storm in case they like Faithless Looting and double spell. You know what I mean? There's Kitchen Imp. Card's definitely annoying. They're not gonna double spell here? No. Alright, that's fair. Damn it, I was really wanting to land. Land? No. Okay. It's not the best land, but it is at least a land. It's at least a land. Oh shit. Are we just dead to Gal Blast and stuff? We're gonna go to 10 here. Might just be dead to burn here. That's the way it goes sometimes, right? Okay. So we can crack Limboss and play Weather the Storm this turn. That feels pretty good. Let's crack Limboss. Eat us our day, our daily bread. Fucking love this bread. Kitchen Imp number 2. Crip Rats is looking pretty good now. Unfortunately, we gotta fire off this Weather the Storm. I would like to punish them for that Canarium with our land destruction in hand. Unfortunately, we gotta do it now. We just need to gain the life. We could play Limboss, blow up Canarium. No, unfortunately, I think we just gotta play Crip Rats here. This is where, like, on this Gardens build, is like, is the Ponza shell to it as good as, like, just having more removal? And the answer is probably not. Stomach making all kinds of noise. You know what I mean? See if we can do the Crip Rats pump fake here. Oh shit, did we get him? Do it again. Damn it. Alright. Would have liked to had Weather the Storm again. Yeah, we have them in our deck. The problem is finding them, apparently. Limbass is only going to take us so far. That's for sure. Yeah. I want to draw this because I want to have the access to... They might try to play around Weather the Storm now. Honestly, I might just cycle this Rancid Earth with Blood Token. Like, if they don't do anything here, I'll probably just cycle this Rancid Earth. Sure, I don't care that much. Flashback Faithless Looting. It's pretty good. Another Fiery Temper. Oh, Weather the Storm would have been so nice this turn. So nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn. Not good. Limboss isn't bad, though. Show me Weather the Storm. Oh, come on. No weather? That is super disappointing. Totally agree, because mid-range is like 50-50 with everything. Hi, but yes, without storms, we get no crops. Yep, gotta have the rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. This is pretty much game over. Double Alms? Yep, alright. Well, couldn't get our sideboard tech online. Really? Couldn't really get our sideboard tech online for that matchup. That's okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, not very good. Not a very good hand. Not much better. A little bit better. Got a bottom 2 cards. Really don't like a lot of these cards in my hand. I mean, we're doing this, or I mean, we're playing the Ponza game, right? Okay, it was their turn. I was about to say, oh shit, is this skipping through our turn? No, they must skip through their turn. I think we're against Gardens here. Okay, Heroic. Well, if we get our Chainer's Edicts, Drownosaur ain't going to do a whole lot. We have a lot of removal. In theory, this should be like a decent matchup. A lot better than the sideboard, too. In theory. In theory. Should be a good matchup since they need so few lands, right? I would just like to top deck our removal spells. See, this is where I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it'd probably be a lot better if we had targeted removal instead of land destruction. Like that package would just be better than the land destruction. I feel like I'm probably right on that aspect. You know what I mean? I mean, we could just top deck Snuff Out. We have Snuff Outs in the deck, right? Don't we have 2 of them? Yeah, we have 2 of them. See, that's the thing is we have 7 slots dedicated to Ponza-y things, and I don't think they could be that. Yeah, bro, they call that deck gardens. Yeah. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we should have the Ponza cards. I feel like these should just be more removal spells. I feel like them not being removal spells is more of a hindrance than anything. We're gonna cycle this troll. Find another land. I mean, like, look, they have 3 lands and they're a deck that runs on basically 1 and 2 drops. These are worthless cards now. Or they could just be removal. Spirit Link? Sure. Oh, wait, no. Turn off auto yields. Because I do want to cycle this troll of Khazad-dûm. I think for right now I'm okay with taking 5. Yep. Chainers is going to be our best card in case they have the flash protection spell, which is very, very possible. But we're in a situation where we kind of just, if we draw a removal spell, we have to target it and it not be Defile. It has to be like a good removal spell. You know? That was not a good removal spell. Well, we don't have anything else to do, so I'm just going to attack their mana base. Attack their mana base, throw the plant token underneath the chumper here. Yeah, these 7 spots could just be more Chainer's Edicts, more cast downs, more snuff outs. And it'd probably be better for it too. I'll chump this time. Yeah, I mean, see? This is worthless. Yeah, Serene Heart, Deglamour come in. Duress probably comes in too. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here for us. Just remove that whole package. I'm fine with everything else, I think. Crypt Rats isn't the best. Drown in Sorrow is not really the best, but it can help with our Chainer's Edict. Yep. Yeah, see, it could just be, those 7 cards could just be better cards. Not saying anything like against like the idea here. It's just like, if we didn't have access to those better cards, you know what I mean? I guess we are on 4 cast downs. But we could have like more Chainers and more Geth's Verdicts. I'm kind of moving into the spot of liking a split between Chainer's Edicts and Geth Verdicts, personally. Because this deck isn't ramping into Ponza. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning of the stream when I was going over the deck. Was like, you know, a lot of the time when you play Ponza, the idea is to ramp into, this is not a good hand. When you ramp into Ponza, I guess it wasn't bad because we had Chainer's Edict, right? But we had a slow Chainer's Edict. Oh, I'm not in love with this hand either. I mean, keep this. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, well, that's what. No worries. That's what I was saying though. Was like, you know, the what makes Ponza like playable is ramping into Ponza, and we're not doing that. So like, this deck just doesn't do much. You know. Yeah, we gotta hope they don't have a cracked hand because this is not going well for us. Maybe I should have just kept that opener, but we didn't have a black source to cast. That's interesting. Like right now we don't have a green source. So I don't know. Another Rook of Wellspring kind of sucks. Our best draw would be Deadly Dispute for sure. Cartouche is good. Cartouche is really good. Puts us in a we need a Crypt Rat spot. Yeah, this is probably already over. We'll see what they do. They scry to the bottom or top here. To the bottom. There are very few facts in Magic, but one of them is that Jund is the best triome of colors. True. It's my favorite anyway. Deadly Dispute was a really good draw for us, that's for sure. Thorn of the Black Rose sucks. Cast down, Bajuka Bog. Just gonna play it so we have land. If we top deck a land, playing Thorn of the Black Rose wouldn't be horrendous, just because it has Death Touch. And we can potentially try to draw out some cards. Drown in Sorrow would be kind of a sick top deck, in a way. Right now, obviously. They could have something else, but I'm definitely not using this treasure token. I'd rather wait for Serene Heart. Yeah, 3/3 first striker with Thorn of the Black Rose is pretty good against us. Although cast down kills it pretty easily. So I'll probably just, okay, cool. I'll probably just do this now. Well, let's Acre Wellspring first. Troll Khazad-dûm. Yeah, I'd rather do this now while they're tapped down. They can't flash in some kind of protection thing. Because then next turn we can play Thorn of the Black Rose. We top deck a land. We could even play Avenging Hunter. Not gonna lie though, Azorius Control might be like being a Sith Lord when it's in the driver's seat. I just dislike being a Sith Lord. Agreed. Oh wait, does Hyena Umbra stop cast down? I thought it only stopped like... I didn't realize it stopped cast down. I thought it stopped just like lightning bolt effects. Like if lightning bolt was to destroy it. Well, that's annoying. Would have played that differently if I would have been a little bit more privy to that, I guess. Okay, well, that was a waste. That was a big time waste. Well, we still have the Serene Heart though. We top deck a land. We can Serene Heart. Oh, I thought we could play something else, but I guess not. I guess we'll just Serene Heart and probably cycle this troll for another land. Yeah, that sucks. Another Slumbering Keep Guard. Okay, Snuff Out's cool. Snuff Out's cool. We're not in the best of shape, though. That's for sure. Sure. I keep one to the top here, one to the bottom. What? That's weird. And a Ginger Brute. Sure. Serene Heart you. Psycho Troll. Drown in Sorrows or Crip Rats would be super duper nice. Blood Fountain would not be super duper nice. I'm just going to play this so we can hopefully top deck some stuff. We need some kind of like mild draw engine. We have Snuff Out, but then we go to 1. Defile. Another lance. Oh, goddamn. Benevolent Bodyguard. Yep, that's pretty good. They don't have any more enchantments. That would be really nice. But we need to top deck a Board Wiper. Who won game 1? They won game 1, right? Yeah, they all like glittered us. I think I'd rather block Gingerbread here. Yeah, it's basically Drown a Hope or nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's Drown or Hope or nothing. Or Crip Rats or nothing. No, I don't even think it'd be Crip Rats. I think it's Drown or Hope or nothing. Okay, I guess it could be Crip Rats. Crip Rats or Drown or Hope. We have 4 card and it's a land. Land? Alright, well. What are you gonna do? Let's do one more. I'm not a big fan of this. I just think the Ponza cards make the deck really weak. Like, that should be a matchup that's pretty easy for us. I'll keep this. This is one of our better-ish looking hands. Ponder? Sure. Pauper video is only 6 minutes long. It's not very long. Yeah, this is probably going to be a not fun match. Brainstorming. Lauren revealed. All the instep, by the way. Oh, is it fair? I mean, is it, what's its face? Is it terror? Our hand really sucks. What we got on the sideboard for this? Just Duress and Relics. I don't like Duress that much. Unmake, I guess. Unmake and Relic. Not a big fan of Unmake either. Aggro Bolus, though. That's interesting. That makes our Crip Rats pretty shitty. They hit nothing. I'm just going to play it. I know they have Counterspell here. I don't care that much. Kind of just checked out. Cut Drown in Sorrow. Cut their Rancid Earths, I guess. Okay. I mean, it's not great. I mean, Bajuka Bog's nice, but, you know, I don't think it means a whole lot. Actually, we should have got the green land. Okay, well, it worked out for us anyway. Thorn of the Black Rose could be good in this matchup, honestly. If it sticks. Doubtful that it sticks, but it could be good. My problem with Terra is, like, they never have to tap down. You know what I mean? They can just constantly, like, keep land up and play stuff on the instep, and then just play Terror when they have enough mana to do so. Yeah, I'll just play one of the Bajuka Bogs now. $10 says they cycle like 2 or 3 cards here. No? Interesting. They're clearly buffing. They have Counterspell. Aggro Bolus. Is it going to actually find them Counterspell? They found Scred. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm probably going to cast down this. They let it go. Does this get counterspelled? Probably. Yep. I hate playing against this shit. It's so not fun. Murmuring Mystic. Alright, I'm just gonna scoop to that. Yeah. Get rid of these. Just get rid of the land destruction and put in more removal. I've had fun all week playing Magic on Arena, and then I come back to Pauper and I'm like, I fucking hate this. I want to hear what Gavin Varney has to say. What his defense of Pauper is.
Hella fiberglass.
That's super loud. I'm just gonna turn this off until this is over. All right, I want to say something. I'm not a big fan of like doing this kind of react stuff, but let's see.
Morning Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast, and also
really
from the Pauper format panel. We're the group monitoring the format and advising Wizards on ban decisions. So with that said, let's get into it.
All right, let's see what they got to say.
Let's start by talking about where Pauper is.
It's in a bad spot. That's where it's at.
Commander Masters added a ton of cards into the format, from Cryptic Serpent to Dread Return to All That Glitters to Murmuring Mystic and more. Hot on the heels of the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth, the format's had a lot of adjusting to do. Where things seem to have shaken out seems to be with 4 top decks. You've got Mono Red, especially still driven by last year's edition of Monastery Swiftspear. Affinity with the huge pickup.
Don't forget about Namesticker Goblin,
which you can even strap onto something like a Ginger Brute to end games fast. Caw Gate, which is still kicking.
In games fast. No, in games the turn you play glitters. You said that wrong.
Refined from last year. Mini picking up Lorien Revealed as a nice new addition, and Terror, which many players have moved away from the previous blue-black versions of to incorporate Cryptic Serpent and play the full
because you just got a better version than Delver.
Serpents.
I mean, why would you not move to mono blue? Because you get a much better version of Gurmag Angler that doesn't interact as a nombo with Terror. Of course you're going to play a Cryptic Serpent over it. I said that when I went through the set. I was like, this just seems like a straight upgrade to
and even
Gurmag Angler.
Secrets. Of these 4 decks, no one is clearly on top, and from
wrong. Red and Terror are clearly on top. It's not even a debate, Gavin. They're on top. When decks are literally playing the entire sideboard is blue Elemental Blast and red Elemental Blast effects, that's your answer. They're clearly on top.
From week to week, there's variation in their success. This kind of churn back and forth is great. Just underneath those are plenty of other strong decks. Familiars, Boggles, Ponza, Ultratron, Monarch and Initiative decks, and more. So there are certainly lots of viable options, and 4 decks fighting at the top is pretty reasonable for an Eternal format. So on paper, that sounds pretty fine. One thing that just looking at deck diversity doesn't tell you though is the speed of the format, something we've been pretty tightly following. The format has dramatically sped up since last year. If you look at the top decks, all of them but Caw Gate tend to play an extremely fast game plan. Any one of these decks being strong can create an arms race where keeping up and attacking past each other, like with All That Glitters, is the way to go. There's even
glitters is literally you play glitters on the turn you have counter magic, so glitters resolves and then you just win the game right then and there. That's how glitters works.
A newer breed of deck.
It doesn't make the deck faster. It just makes the deck a one-turn kill almost. Kind of like how everybody bitched the same way about a Tog. It's kind of the same thing.
Deck that uses Monastery Swiftspear alongside Lotus Petal and Goblin Blast Runner to really make an all-in.
You're forgetting about names. This came out after Namesticker Goblin, right? Yeah, so you're just admitting Namesticker Goblin for no reason?
In blazing fast red deck.
I'm sounding a little aggro. I get that, but I'm also just annoyed with the format.
Or fizzles out. Another deck tries to use Balustrade Spy to mill itself into Dread Returns, and while it hasn't been strong, it can be
it's
frustrating
super
to
inconsistent.
have these decks get good draws and beat you before you can do pretty much anything, even if a deck like that hasn't been consistent enough to be too strong. As a result,
I'm going to say this real quick about One Land Spy. It is inconsistent. But I think even if there is like a 2% chance, I don't know if 2% is right. If there's a percentage chance that they can kill you on turn 2, like you play a tap land and pass the turn and they just kill you, that's a fucking problem. Downshift Glitters. Seems like Glitters is the way, right? That's the problem. If you have a deck, I don't care if it's super inconsistent. If it can just kill you on turn 2, something should be looked at and adjusted. The easy ban is probably just Boulder Spy. It literally only affects that deck. Dread Return can still be viable in decks like Tortex.
Of the format
or hear me out, you just get rid of the ritual effects.
Being fast, a lot more of the mid-speed decks have fallen into that second bucket of decks. decks underneath the top ones.
You mean
could argue
unplayable?
that if you find ways to give the mid-speed decks more ways to answer the fast ones, or knock out some of the tools from the aggressive decks, that could help change the speed of the format. Now, being a fast format isn't inherently
Wrong.
bad, and there are still slower games. For example, Cog8 is at the top, and playing a mid-speed or even control.
I wouldn't say Cog8's at the top. I think Cog8's in the right pilot is one of the better decks, but I would not put this in the top. I would not put Cog8's in the top. It's still like a tier 2 currently. Or it's a tier 1 and it's not an S tier. I still think it's one of the best decks in the entire format. I think if I were to like actually take Pauper seriously and I actually play Pauper and try to grind Pauper, I would probably lean to Cog8's because it's probably one of the more fun decks to play in that sense. But like I still don't think it's as good as Glitter's Burn or Terror currently is sitting at. And I don't think Glitter's is as good as Burn or Terror currently is.
But monitoring that speed and if we should do something is something we've been doing a lot of and talking about. Even if the format is theoretically diverse and balanced, if a lot of games don't allow for you to make a lot of decisions because there are too many super fast strategies that don't allow for you to target them all, that can be a problem.
That is a problem. That's what the problem currently is. There's too many fast strategies that you can't target them all, and you're warping decks to fight these strategies main board half the time.
Would banning one card get the job done?
Not one, no, multiple.
Maybe. It's hard to know what ripple effects a single card may have, and if we wanted to change...
Yeah, who cares? Just do it. That's the annoying argument. We don't know what ripple effects will have. Do it. Do it, ban the card, and then come back to the format and see what the ripple effects are. Just do it. At the end, this is just a stupid card game. You know what I mean? It's just a card game. What does it actually affect? Nothing. Ban the card, see what happens. If you have a healthier, more fun format that more people are playing and having fun with, good. If it doesn't, then you just readjust. Pauper is a cheap format. I understand to a smidgen about why they don't want to ban cards in other Eternal formats because it's expensive. You ban an expensive card that is pushing current product, it's bad on the margin. I think it's greedy to want to push a like Lord of the Rings set because of the One Ring, because oh well, we want to push this because it's a new set and people are going to want to buy it to get the new powerful cards. I get that, but at the same time, I'm more of a fan of the health of the format. If this is a problem card and people hate this and people aren't having fun playing against this, then ban it. Get rid of it. If it's too powerful of a card, if it's warping too many decks, warping too many sideboard plans, get rid of it. I don't care if it is expensive. That's me personally. But I could also see the argument being like, well, you know, it is expensive, so let's not do it. Pauper, you can't make that argument. You can't make the argument that it's either one, A, it's too expensive, or B, that it's pushing new product. Pauper doesn't push new product. And I mean, it does for me a little bit, but it doesn't push new product, and it's not expensive. There's not a huge investment. Like, you're not buying name sticker goblins for $100 a pop. You know what I mean? So just ban it. What's it gonna hurt? And then just see what happens to the format. See what sifts out of the shaker. You know what I mean? It's not gonna hurt to remove the clump of Parmesan to get to the Parmesan underneath. The PFP is pressured by Hasbro to keep expensive cards legal. I don't think Pauper is, but like I've seen that argument made for other Eternal formats. So I'm just clarifying a stance here of like there being like, if we ban one card, what would be the ripple effect? Who cares? It's Pauper. There's no repercussions if there's a ripple effect. You just readjust the format. Have multiple bans. Be willing to have the brass tacks to be like, all right, this sucks. We're getting rid of this. Let's see what happens. And then readjust. You're doing like, do monthly meetings, take monthly adjustments. It's not that hard.
Something it could require hitting several cards, which would dramatically impact the format and people's favorite decks in a way that's quite difficult.
Also, I don't give a shit about your favorite deck. I care about the entire health of the format, which when you have majority, granted, I might be in a bubble. But most of the Pauper community that I interact with are fucking irritated at the format. Exactly, bro. I'm in a complete agreement with you. I would say I'm not involved with majority of the Pauper format interacting with them. I interact with a bubble. That's for sure. I will attest to that. But when probably 99% of that bubble is bitching about the format, you have a problem. Exactly, bro. I'm in agreement with you. I think I read that already, but yeah.
to predict. Given the format has relatively good diversity, that's certainly a huge risk to destabilize.
It's not good diversity. You're wrong.
Would love to hear your thoughts here in the comments below.
Gavin, if you want to listen to my thoughts, here it is.
So one other route we've been talking about again is unbans. Previously, we talked about two cards
Hold on,
that
let me
we
hear him out.
investigated and ultimately decided not to unban. Him to Turok and High Tide.
Okay, I don't understand. High Tide, yes. Leave that alone. That seems like an annoying thing. Until in a turn, all islands produce an extra island when tapped for mana. That seems like an annoying card that would just speed Terror up. If we're going to keep Terror, don't do that. Him to Turok, what's the downside to this? 0. There's 0% downside to him to Turok. As a... I'm going to... Hold on, let me sit on my high throne here. As a specialist 8-rack player, all right? Listen to me. As a specialist 8-rack player, I'm going to speak the good ward of the Lord of Discard here. As a specialist 8-rack player, if you will, the only time discard is a powerful card or a powerful effect is when decks don't run a ton of draw power. And I don't know if you've looked at the recent pool of Pauper, but there is draw aplenty in Pauper. There's an obscene amount of draw power in Pauper, right? There's an obscene amount of draw power where cards like Wretched Mind is not worth playing like at all. Granted, there's a lot of artifacts, which makes Wretched Mind even worse. But like, I think even if the artifact base was smaller, you're not going to see Wretched Mind that much. So what is Him to Turok going to do that's going to be busted? Him to Turok would probably barely see play. Let's be real here for a second. It'd be a sideboard card at best to bring in against combo decks, and like that's it. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be played against decks that run 90% of the draw power that decks have. It's not going to be played against. Why would you play it against Deadly Dispute? Deadly Dispute just replenishes it. Why are you going to play it against Thoughtcast? Thoughtcast just replenishes. You know what I mean? There's too many good draw spells to make Him to Turok a huge problem card. As someone who plays a lot of mono black too in Pauper, like I probably wouldn't bring Him to Turok in main deck. I would try it out and see if it's good. Maybe it is good. I don't know. Probably not though.
You can go hear about.
It could be decent against Burn, but then Burn can just rely on the wreck effects to play off cards. So, and they also play a lot of instant speed, so it'd be hard to catch them with that.
Why in my video covering them. Like last time, this is with the huge
Sinkhole would be sweet.
caveat that this may not happen as we investigate more, but hearing from you all would be really valuable. At the beginning of last year, the format was in a much different place. Tron had been sitting at the top, along with Affinity, for a very long time.
This is a lot funner place too.
So we axed 2 of its cards, Bonder's Ornament and Prophetic Prism. Tron managed to recover to be
Unbanned Treasure Crew and watch Pauper Legacy become more of a meme, right? Treasure Cruise is such a bad card design. So they're talking about the banned Bonder's Ornament and Prosthetic Prism. I don't care about either of those cards being banned. I think Prosthetic Prism's kind of goofy though, because you have like Crystal Grotto that's basically the same thing, and then you also have Energy Refractor that's basically the same thing. So Prosthetic Prism just like a slightly better Energy Refractor. And I only say slightly better because it costs 1, but you have to tap this, right? If you have Energy Refractor, you don't have to tap it. So maybe it's not better.
all right from these hits, but
Bonder's Ornament's fine. I think Bonder's Ornament's fine if you keep it banned. Just a really good card.
especially as the format has sped up, it's gotten harder for a deck that really needs to hit 3 specific lands to compete. So we've been talking about unbanning Prophetic.
Hold on. Hold on. Please pause.
Is great. Just underneath those are plenty of other strong decks. Familiars, Boggles, Ponza, Ultratron, Monarch.
Okay. You heard him. Strong decks. Basically viable, right?
Tron had been sitting at the top, along with Affinity, for a very long time.
Now listen,
So we
listen to what he
axed
says here.
2 of its cards, Bonder's Ornament and Prophetic Prism. Tron managed to recover to be alright from these hits, but especially as the format has sped up, it's gotten harder for a deck that really needs to hit 3 specific lands to compete.
So you're basically contradicting yourself. Tron's playable. Tron's hard to compete with.
So we've been talking
I'm
about
just teasing, but,
unbanning
like, come
Prophetic
on.
Prism to give these decks a tool back. Unlike Energy Refractor, this helps Tron interact early better by giving it access to colored mana to help stop threats and get its engine rolling. Now, to be clear, we don't think this is a major shakeup or anything, but just a slight move to helping Tron compete. The downsides to doing so are that it could once again help out mini color affinity decks, like we saw previously. So in unbanning Prism,
that's a good point. That's a pretty solid point.
This could accidentally help out one of the already better performing archetypes, Affinity. Additionally, if we eventually...
But they have Springleaf Drum, right? You know what I mean? Like, Springleaf Drum's pretty good on its own. But it would probably help out.
Do ban cards to slow the format down, it could put Tron in a much better position to recover, which could be dangerous. What do you think about unbanning Prophetic Prism? Let us
here's my thoughts on Prophetic Prism. I don't care that much. I think it could be pretty good in Affinity and helping curve out Affinity for sure, but I don't
know your thoughts in the comments down below or on social media.
I don't think one way or the other about it that much.
Different topic we really want to talk about is what we'll call Name Sticker Goblin. The Daybreak and Magic
There it is.
Magic Online teams did some hard work to try and implement this card on Magic Online, which, given stickers don't really work there, was no easy task. Hats off to them. Getting it to mimic
I'm sorry, but no easy task for them. They could have done better.
How it works in paper has been extremely challenging, and the card has been showing up in Pauper some. Because of the differences between real life and online play, it has created a slight split in how the card is used. And while there are going to be differences in online and paper, for example, while Magic Online has most cards, not every card ever is available on Magic Online.
Which is silly. I don't know why they're not.
This is a notable one. Pauper is also a notable format because the vast majority of play happens on Magic Online as opposed to in person. So we're keeping an eye on it, and if it creates too big of a differential, we're not opposed to taking action on this card. So what does all of this mean for today? Well, we're not taking any action today. We'll do another check-in before the end of the year on where we are with these topics and many others. Thanks all for playing, and please feel free to leave any thoughts.
All right, so my thoughts on this, it just sounds like they don't want to do anything. They're worried that that banning stuff is going to warp the format. I'm just going to say it. I feel like watching a CEO speak to all the employees at BS. Okay, so first off, just shout out to Gavin. He does have high quality videos. No disrespect to him or the PFP. If I was in the PFP, I would be a lot more hard up to just ban shit. What's it gonna hurt? Honestly, like you just keep like reevaluating the format. And I a bit of personal bias. I think the Pauper format should be slower, right? I do. I think it should be a slower format for sure. That's my personal opinion. Is it should be a slower format. Hold please. I don't know, I have to look at other Gardens list. I don't know what they're playing. But I do feel like I was just gonna play a game when I talked about this, but I do feel like they just need to ban stuff. They need to not be afraid to ban stuff. Eternal Shimura should always be slower than limited ones. That's how I feel. I don't agree with that. I think limited should be slower in terms of like I don't know how I feel about that. Pauper to me, so when I first got into Pauper and I was having a lot of fun with it, it was a slower format. You saw games go a lot longer. You got to play cards like bigger bomb cards to like take over games and stuff. There was a lot more interaction. In the current format, it is a rock paper scissors game that sometimes you don't even have time to do anything. Name Sticker Goblin is a problem. It's poorly designed in the implement of Magic Online. It's way too consistent of a card. And I understand that, yes, you can interact with it. It is vulnerable, but it's also super explosive, and that's a problem. My personal opinion on the game, and I'm not going to say faster. I think you knew what I meant. Yeah. I think my personal problem with the game in terms of Pauper as a format as a whole is the decks on the top are very much, do I have an answer for this right now? No, I lose. And that's the problem, I think, with any format or any TCG. That if I don't have the exact answer right this very second, the game is over. Um, and there's a lot of answers, and obviously with variants, you're not going to have it. What I'm saying is we have decks currently sitting at the top that you tailor make your 75 to try to interact with. And when you look at other formats, obviously you're going to have decks out there that you're going to be having cards that are good in that matchup to back that matchup up, right? But we're looking at a format where you have to run Weather the Storm to fight Burn, and even then, it's not normally enough. You have Affinity, where you have to have some kind of interaction with all that glitters. So you're running a ton of targeted sideboard pieces for the Affinity matchup. You're in a situation where literally decks are topping and competing at high levels of play, where they're running literally 15 cards in the sideboard that is either blue elemental blast, hydroblast effects, or red elemental pyroblast effects. That's not healthy. I've always been under the assumption that back in the day when I played Magic, not to bitch and moan constantly, but that's the point we're at a little bit. But like I've always been at the understanding that cards and formats are evaluated by the cards being played in decks, right? And while you can say we have 4 decks at the top, I don't think you do. I think you have 2 at the top. You have one another tier, and then you have one slightly below that tier. That's my opinion. You have like Sticker and Terror at the tip top. Then you have all that glitters underneath that, and then underneath that you have Call Gates, and then underneath that you have really a mixed match of decks, right? Any deck can be any deck. True. Any deck can do well. True. However, I'm going to look at like the explosiveness. I think that's where you tackle this problem. One land spy, super inconsistent. But you saw today on stream, I think I got beat turn 2. I think it was a turn 2 loss. Right? So, Ice moving YouTube to Twitch. Yeah, Ice. I think I'm gonna move yes, Darius. Actually, I was kind of wondering because I saw the Ice and D, which I know is close to your Moxfield name. But yeah, Darius, I'm moving over to Twitch to stream. But I'm gonna upload all the VODs on YouTube, so they'll all be still on YouTube. They'll just be edited. But to continue on the rant a little bit. Also, yeah, what's up, Darius? It's been a little while. Hope you're doing good, buddy. But to continue on the rant a little bit, like I'm gonna look at the explosiveness. Can you interact with stuff? I understand games like Storm, so I'm gonna go back to Storm and Modern. You know, you could interact with the pieces, but they kill in one turn. I don't mind one turn kills that much when you have to like set up for it. You gotta look at Pauper as a format and how turn one like one land spy can just win on game. I think that was game 2. Let me look. I think it was turn 2 on their turn 2. I think I'm almost positive it was. Was it this turn? Was it this game? Yeah, it was this game because we even duressed them and it still wasn't enough. So they go turn 1. We play Limboss, and then their turn 2. They win the game. This isn't consistent, but this is still a fucking problem. It was absolutely dreadful. Yeah, this is still a problem. Easy way, ban Boulder Gate Spy or whatever. Ban the Spy card because that's only used in the one deck. When you go to ban cards, there's multiple things to look at, in my opinion. I don't have a problem with just nuking the format and seeing what happens, what comes out of the ashes. Maybe a phoenix will rise out of the ashes. If I were to ban stuff, I said this earlier, I'm getting rid of the bridges. I'm getting rid of the artifact lands. I'm getting rid of I'm getting rid of Ephemerate. I'm getting rid of Muldrifter. I'm getting rid of Name Sticker Goblin, Swift Spear. I'm getting rid of, you know what I mean? I'm nuking a lot of the format. What's up? I'm assuming that's Bull. Yeah, Bull is 50. Is sentiment on this one. Well, school's been busy as fuck and moving to Twitch. I don't get the notifications anymore. Plus, I don't like Twitch as much personally. I understand that, Darius. If you have Twitch and you follow with notifications on, you'll get notified of the Twitch streams. I'm moving for a couple reasons over to Twitch to try Twitch out. One of the reasons is the VOD quality is much higher. if I want to edit. Like, if I have the YouTube VOD quality and you just watch the live stream, the quality's fine. But if I go to download it and want to edit it, then the quality's crap. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason I want to move over to Twitch is to integrate with my other channel, so I have one streaming platform and not multiple. And then the last reason is also I want to see if there's any kind of discoverability or growth that I could get from Twitch. I'm not really getting any on YouTube. I'm getting like the same amount if I just upload the VODs to YouTube as opposed to also streaming on YouTube. So I'm curious if I stream on Twitch, if I can't grow a little bit more. Do we want spy decks in the first place? I think vast majority say no. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting at. So if I'm going to ban cards, I'm going to look at cards that warp the format, warp the 75, and I'm going to look at cards that are too explosive, that wins the game out of nowhere cards. I think all that glitters is they win the game on that turn. Like, oh, it's the same as a Tog. If you're going to ban a Tog for that reason, you're going to ban all that glitters for that reason. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. I think Sticker Gob needs to go. I also think glitters is too powerful with Brute and Ornithopter. I agree. Sticker needs to go. Sticker is... You should have... First off, I don't like having the same card have different effects on multiple platforms. I don't like the retconning that Arena does, and I don't like this because I think it creates confusion in the game and then it's unhealthy. So if you can't do the stickers, just don't bring Sticker Goblin in. If you can't figure out how to do stickers, don't bother with it. Number one. Number two, it's a problem. Then you have other things in the format that are problems, like the Monarchy and the Initiate. The Monarch's been in the game for a long time, but the Initiate has been a problem, especially when you turbo out the Initiate and you just win off the Initiate. Those are things designed for multiplayer decks, like multiplayer games, like Commander. And I originally was like, yeah, Monarch's kind of cool to play with this like conspiracy thing that, you know, wouldn't been played otherwise. And then the longer it goes, the longer I'm like, all right, it needs to go. You know what I mean? It's a problem. If you have the Monarchy, you just win off the Monarchy kind of thing. I got the chance to play against it on Wednesday and it was okay in paper, but Magic Online, it's just the odds are nowhere near the same. Yeah, the odds are way higher to roll big into name sticker than in paper from what I hear. Yeah, guarantee specifically requested by the whale high influence person. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know that, but yeah, so I got a problem with that. But my thing is like, I don't know why you're so concerned. Just ban stuff. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just nuke it. I don't care. Just nuke it. I think the state of play in Pauper is pretty boring, for one. It's been pretty stale. It used to not be, but I think it is now. I think you have a couple decks that are insanely powerful. I think the state of Pauper's play, personally, this would be objective criticism, that it should be slower. Personally, I think the speed of the game has gotten way too quick for it. I'm pretty anti-power creep in general. You know what I mean? And I think Magic has suffered some insane power creep very quickly. We're talking about a game that's like 30 years old that only got the power creep to the extreme just more recently. So that's my personal thing. And lose super pack funding? Absolutely not, right? So yeah, so I think they need to just ban shit. Just get it over with. You know what I mean? Just do it. Just see what happens. What's it matter? You know what I mean? Just do it. Just nuke the format. I'll send you the list. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. We have too many decks right now that too many decks are trying to fight against. And it just, I don't know. It's not in a good state right now. So just do it. Yeah, just do it. Just ban shit. Get it over with. So that's my opinion. That's my hot take on the current state of Pauper. And what the PFP says. I think it's ludicrous to say that the format has variety. I think it's ludicrous to say the format's fun right now or that there's a lot of competitiveness to it. I strongly disagree with that. Let me pull up Goldfish. I don't know if Goldfish still doesn't have sticker. It must not. It must not have stickers still in it. But yeah, so like, yeah, you can say that these other decks are playable. That's totally true. But they're not on the same tier as these these three, or even really Coggates. I'd say Coggates is. I would actually say Coggates, like, I don't think like Boros Synth is just a straight win against Coggates. Like, I mean, Coggates is a straight win. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, just ban stuff. Just get it over with. Jesus. That's my personal opinion. Just do it. I don't see anything wrong with just having some nuking of the format. The problem is that Paper Pauper is healthy format, but MTGO client has a lot of problems. But I think that's partially because you have actually to look at people in the eyes when you turn 2, turn 3 them, maybe. I think so. I think part of the problem is if you're gonna say Paper Pauper is healthy, but online Pauper isn't healthy, right? Paper Pauper is snail mail. Yeah. If you're gonna say that's the case, fine. You can make that argument. But then we gotta look at cards like Name Sticker Goblin that you're not implementing correctly. If you can't get the sticker things to work, just don't implement it. Done. I don't know why you'd waste your time. Don't change cards so they act differently on one or the other, because that screws the game up. Just don't do it. But let's talk about that then. If we want to, is something you need to look at is Pauper Paper more viable than Pauper Online? And it's not. It's not more viable. So you got to look at it. Is Pauper Online more playable than Paper Online? Yes, it is. So I think you need to look at the format for that. And also, I think it's silly that we don't have all the same cards. I don't know why we don't. It just seems, I don't know, lazy to me maybe. Just get them made, bring them over. You know what I mean? Or just ban them. If you can't have them on both platforms, just get rid of them. Take them out of the equation then. I can't even speak for the entirety of Paper, but at least my OGS, there's a level of respect for your opponents. There wouldn't be where I live. But yeah, so like, if you can't match the formats, just get rid of them. I mean, it's just little simple stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just simple things you can do to just get rid of stuff. Just do it. Just get rid of stuff. Simple, easy, effective. At the end of the day, just ban stuff. I'm totally against the idea of not banning things to see what, just in case something would happen. Just do it. Just ban stuff, see what happens, and go from there. We have not got Marut yet. Absolutely have not got Marut yet, which is super sad. Am I not a big enough content creator to get Marut? If you're going to bring in Name Sticker Goblin, that's where you're going to focus your time at? Stupid. Sounds like y'all have fun at LGS, bro. Yeah, it does sound like he's got a good LGS community, that's for sure. But also, you're Canadian, Darius, so of course you're going to be like, oh, I'm real sorry about this. Oh, I feel real bad about this. Sorry, I feel real bad about this. I'm just teasing Darius. Canadians are much nicer. At least on paper. But anyway. Or at least in paper. Anyway, so yeah, so I got some issues with the format. It's only because I play Ponza and Infect. But yeah, outside of that, like, just, I don't know, man. I'm just going to keep repeating myself. I think with Pauper, I play a lot of like Discord, like homebrews, and I think we're in a current situation with homebrews where homebrews just aren't viable, really. Unless you're tackling the top 4 dogs, right? Don't let them get away with shit. Darius, get them. So I don't know. I would like to maybe just tackle Pauper with like, let's play one deck and see what we can do with like one deck. I don't know. But I will say this: I've been having a lot more fun on Arena than with Pauper. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. What was our record today? Wasn't very good, was it? 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 and 7. Yeah. Standard is a place for brewers. True. We've been outperforming Modern almost like 2 people away each time. Yeah. I like Modern a lot still. I think Modern's still decent. But in terms of Pauper, yeah, I would just like to see some major changes. Just do it. Just get it over with. But I'm going to bounce for today. Just a heads up, Darius, if you do want to watch, I have changed my schedule around a little bit. I'm only doing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. currently. Monday, I'm going to do a draft on Arena, so that should be fun. And I think I'm just going to stick Pauper to Fridays for right now. I'm going to find somebody to raid, so if y'all want to hang out for a second, I'm going to find somebody to raid. As long as we have 5 or more viewers, what's it even matter? Even if we have like 1 viewer, I'm going to send a raid. He's working on a documentary. Yep, I am working on a documentary, so I'm going to try to focus some time on that. But yeah, in terms of like just Pauper, like it just I don't know, man. I need to like figure out my state in Pauper. That's what I need to do. I need to like figure out my time in Pauper. How about Legacy? Y'all want to watch the Legacy? All right, have a good one. See y'all later. Good luck with Doc. Thank you, Darius. We'll see you in Discord, buddy. We'll see you in the Discord. Where's the Legacy guy at? So I'm gonna send you Legacy. But yeah, thanks. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks everybody. If you want to check out anytime I go live, Twitch is going to be the place to do it as for the time being. Yeah, I'm gonna reevaluate my sense in Pauper. How about that? I'm gonna reevaluate my sense in Pauper. However, just ban shit. All right, love everybody. Peace and love. Have a good weekend. I'll hopefully catch you here in a little bit. Yeah, thanks for letting me go hyperbolic there for a little bit. Bye, everybody. Enjoy the raid. It's got to ready up first.